This video will show you how to submit a PebblePad assignment for one of your University of Bradford courses. To do that, you're going to submit from Pebble Plus to Atlas. If Atlas is something you don't know very much about yet, don't worry. You can submit everything you need just from Pebble Plus. We only need 3 easy steps to submit an assignment. The first step is to find the asset that you want to submit. So you can do that either by going to your asset store here or under View and Assets and have a look at your list of assets here. Pick the one that you want to submit and then these buttons on the bottom become available, including Submit. Alternatively, if you've got the asset open, you can use the drop-down menu in the top left corner and select Submit from there. Either way, it does the same thing. Step 2. Once you've clicked Submit, it opens the Workspace Manager. I'm just going to close these to make it clear. Once you've done that, you need to select which workspace you're going to submit to. You may have more than one listed here, perhaps one for every course. Check the titles carefully. In this case, here is the course I want. And then, step 3, select which assignment you're going to submit to. In this case, there's a list of a few. I can only submit to 2, but I need to check the titles carefully. Action Plan for Semester 1, due in 5 days, that's the one I want. Action Plan for Semester 2, I can submit to, but that would be a mistake, and my teacher might not see that because I will have submitted to the wrong place. Other submission opportunities may be expired because they're already finished, I've already submitted to them, or they're not open yet. So always check both the workspace and the assignments. Okay, I'm going to submit to Semester 1 Action Plan. As soon as you select it, the buttons down here become available. Click Submit. That brings up a screen asking you to confirm that it is your own work and that you understand how it will be used. You can also double check the assignments at the top. Click I agree, and then you get a notification that your asset has been submitted. Click Continue, and you're done. If you want to double check, however, you can go to your Atlas workspace. Up here, click the logo. It will open in a new window, and here you see your Atlas dashboard, which lists all your workspaces and your submissions. There we are, the one I just submitted. Let's have a look at it. Isn't it lovely? Okay. Another way that you could check, rather than going to Atlas, is to open your asset store, and the list of your assets shows you their status. So here, Action Plan for Semester 1 has a green dot, which if I hover over tells me this asset has been submitted to a workspace. Now it doesn't say which one, I have to make sure I submitted it correctly, but I know it's been submitted. You also see if it's been shared, if you have any comments or feedback yet, etc., etc. One thing that students often ask about is, what if I want to make changes to it? I submitted it, but I realized I made a mistake. I want to change something. Now, if you want to do that, you do not have to resubmit. Any changes you make here on your assets, so click Edit and make your changes, will then be visible in Atlas. So I'll make an obvious change here. I'm going to change the visual display. How about that one? Okay, I save, and then I'll just show you, if I go back over to Atlas and open up what the teacher will see, notice the background, the change I made, is instantly updated. Okay, so you do not need to resubmit if you make changes, provided of course you're making the changes before the due date. after the due date, you won't be allowed to make any changes. If you forget, let's just say I think, oh, I made a change, I need to submit it again. I open up my Workspace Manager, I pick the same workspace, and notice it's not letting me submit to where I want to put it. I've already submitted there, so I can't. I don't need to, because all the changes I make will be available up until the due date. Okay, so that's how to submit an asset in PebblePad for an assignment. 3 simple steps, plus a little bit extra at the end.